You. Anyway, hello, Zeos Pantera, your host here on In-Ear Fetish. And I picked this box off the wall. Ah, there it is. So, I had to stop the music because it was very loud. Fearless Audio. This isn't even a straight sticker, like it's ripped and torn like a little bit higher in that corner. And it just says, Colorful World Series, Model Shangri-la, Artwork Moraine. I open it up. You're presented with a very thick microfiber towel, perfectly flat, not folded across the top. You get the IEMs, which are very pretty. Sitting here, that's the Moraine color pattern. It's been a while since I've gotten to these. Where those are still available. These are sold out. The Moraines are sold out. The Canyons are sold out. But the Horizons with the bright fucking red are still available. $228, right? Okay, that's not bad. I actually have 3 exact identical boxes, all Fearless Audio, different models. And I picked the one that was on top. And it's got a nice little case. It's got a white case. You know, it's pretty standard. It comes with a selection of a few tips. Comes with a little ear cleaning brush. It's very professionally like this feels like what you would give out if you were no frills. Like here's the only frill is this, and I'm playing them, and it's a single DD 4BA. Cool. First song, forget what it was. Oh, wow, that's really clear. Second song, oh, that's also really clear. Third song, what the fucking sub bass is that? In fact, I added that last song, the sub bass song, which was Gorilla's Mam Research Monkey Racket from Malika Come Home. The very beginning just has like very, very low, extremely low sub bass. And I just moved that to a test folder. And then, so I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, all right, so they've got incredibly detailed highs, and they actually reach down into the sub-bass region, which people always ask me, Zeos, because they're not a bassy IM. It's not making every song I'm playing bassy. It just happens to go there. And then I'm just switching through, and I'm like, well, what are these? I'm going to put this song back on. In My Mind from John Wick 1. The only true John Wick. 2 was good. Sold on the whole motorcycle thing at the beginning and the stupid, I'm gonna get my car back by destroying it. I thought John Wick was smart. I feel like that's not a smart thing. These are a neutral IM. These are a mastering IM. I would absolutely assess music with these. Like the Throgs, I can't control myself. Way too much brightness in the highs. Not from the IMs, from the track. These are very honest. All you need out of an IM to be recommended for mixing and mastering is honesty. By the way, these are fucking blue. And these are super honest. I love the insides, by the way. You see a little crossover board there? There's your dynamic. It's in bright fucking green. There's your BAs all stacked there, ready to shoot into the fucking nozzle. Nozzle is slightly large, and I'm using the X-Lastic, Sednafit X-Elastics tips on here. They're extremely light, pretty much weightless. The biggest problem I have with them is the wire is a little bit jank. It was folded up in the box for storage, and it just still is. You're gonna have to work it a lot. You can get that out. It's just going to be a matter of like Star Wars is playing, lower Star Wars. You have to squeeze it and then straighten it. Get it nice and straight again. The IMs are light, but that's fucking heavy. That is like, you can't imagine how heavy that is. This is steel. It's a 3-sided steel fucking thing. I don't even want to say stainless. It says easy and then it says ZE Fearless Audio. 3.5 millimeter, not changeable. It's also got a very, I'm pretty sure this is for a USB-C. I've seen this before. It's just the thing is like, and it's got like not sharp edges, but very, very, very blunt. And your slider barely moves down this. I was afraid it was all the way at the top when I pulled it out of the box. And I was afraid as I was sliding it down, it was going to damage the wire. That's how tight this is. But, you know, not a terrible wire once you get the thing sorted out. It is a QDC. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. It's a weirdly bent 2-pin. I thought it was a QDC. I didn't pull the wire out. So it's a 2-pin, so you could use a 2-pin wire on it. It just comes with a full right angle 2-pin. 99% of the time, that's not that case. I like it. Look at that nice. You could just I literally haven't spent any time modifying these. You could just look at this and go, oh, that's going to fit over my ear beautifully. And that's what it does. It fits over your ear beautifully. It seats perfectly. And then you put on the music. And I want to hear, I did a couple different amplifiers. I should have them all linked in the description because Zeos tends to do 3 or 4 of these IEM reviews with different shit set up. And then he's like, try this. So let's take it out of the Singzer. Let's switch it over here because I haven't played with this enough today. It's really not adding much warmth. Like, that's usually what I listen for in an amp change. Warmth. Is it adding something? Is it subtracting something? Usually it'll be a bass note will be a little bit stronger. Sometimes soundstage. But these are pretty fucking straightforward. Ludovico Einaudi. La Original Nascosta. Just gentle piano. And I miss having the speakers here to let you hear, but after the copyright strike, I'm probably never going to do that again. You're just going to have to imagine the fire. These are absolutely... I'll probably put these in the yard sale. I'm going to be honest with you. These are fantastic. But absolute dead neutrality is not something I want to pull out of the box and use every now and then. If I want neutral, I'll pull out my mastering headphones. I'll pull out my Neumanns. But these are, I know exactly who's going to bid on these in the yard sale. Dan. This guy, Dan. I know Dan. He's just obsessed with his neutral fucking, he's gonna bid on these. And the fact that it's in this color that's no longer available means it's rare. So everyone should bid 10 times what they're worth. Obviously, Elvis touched them. Wizard of Oz. See? Wizard of Oz soundtrack. Sounds like shit. Because it's literally pulled from like 1930s masters. Before the age of, you know, bass. Oh, God, that noise. Just coming from the track. It says it's a 3-way split crossover with 5 drivers. So I'm imagining the dynamic is probably, of all the dynamics in a Dynamic in 4 BA, this dynamic is the most dedicated to bass. And I mean like sub bass, because it doesn't feel like it exists in most of these tracks. I'm not getting that big richness, like that richness you get with a dynamic isn't there. It sounds like 4 BAs, right into the point where something under 50 hertz has to happen, and then it's fucking sub bass. If they're doing this right, and I don't know how the crossover division is working, 2 treble, 2 mid-range, sub bass. The imaging, too, is just spectacular. These are like Genelec speakers. I'm wearing Genelec speakers for $250. These are absolutely assessment IMs. Like, what are you wearing? IMs that just assess my music. They're not adding anything to it. They're not taking anything away. They're giving it to you. They're blindingly giving it to you. Like, here you go. Hope you fucking like it. Usually when I listen to an IM, if I'm going to give it like a full fucking like, oh, I wanted to take my music and present it to me either in a different manner or a better manner than it is. Make it sound better than it is. This just makes it sound 100% as it is. So I'm glad I pulled this off. We got to see what the other 2 do now. Obviously, I'm not going to do them in a row, but in the coming months, I'm sure I'll get to them before they're completely sold out. So yeah, Patreon subscribe so I support this channel. Cutesy wallpaper in the wallpaper horde. God, I can't let fucking YouTube assess fucking wallpapers either. Can't have any music. You can't have links to wallpapers. It's a wonderful works environment. Fucking YouTube is great. So yeah, Patreon subscribe to support this channel. If you want to get these in a yard sale, it'll be whatever. It'll probably be coming up in December, which might be before you see these. In fact, if you're seeing this on Patreon or Subscribestar before it's released, hello and welcome. That's why you're here. Otherwise, you're bidding on this blindly. It says Fearless, got the little logo. I approve of these. I approve of these highly. Just, again, not my cup of tea, but I'm not going to be like, oh, they're shit. I understand the difference between something being bad and something being not my preference, but holy fuck do I know people who will love it. Dan.